Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, it's another story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up. Make sure you like this video so YouTube could push me out more. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Oh, I already said that. What else are y'all supposed to say? Oh yeah, follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone, and follow my business page at Brishari, y'all. So let's get straight into the story, y'all. This is another story time about Joe. This going way back to when we was young. Started when we were younger, y'all hear that? I can't sing after 9 o'clock. Oh, it's 8:44. Close enough. Either way go, let's get into it. So y'all, this when I was in high school still. So Joe was like, his friend was having a party. He was talking about this party for the longest. Like every day he talking about, yeah, the homie having a house party, da 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 da. Well, it's all of our party pretty much. It's the hood, da 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 bop bop bop. Like he just talking about this party so much that I'm getting hyped about the party because I'm thinking like, okay, is this one of the moments, you know, when somebody will mention something to you but they don't invite you? I'm the type of person, if you mention something to me and you don't invite me, I'm not going to invite myself because clearly you don't want me to go. But in that case, it was different because it was like, this my man. And at that point, I was young, dumb, immature, and insecure. I was at that man hip. I was his second toe next to the big one because I had to make sure wasn't nothing going on. So anyway, yeah, he mentioning it and he was like, so I'm like, so like, you know, I'm trying to kind of throw hints, and he was just like, yeah, you got to come to the party, like it's gonna be cool, you got to see how we do it over there, da 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 da. Like, because I've been to his hood before, but I've never been to like no party and nothing like that. At this point I ain't like party with them and nothing like that. So, and I only met a few people. So he just, yeah, hyping his party up for like 2-3 weeks. I want to say he talking about it so much. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure I'm in LA that weekend, right? So it come to the day of the party, y'all. I'm in LA. I get there that Friday because you already know, got to get there early. So the party was on a Saturday. It gets to the day of the party and I'm like, so what's up? Like, what time do you want me to meet you? Because he was already over there. So I'm like, all right, what time do you want me to meet you? I can have my grandma drop me off. Like, do you want me to come early and help put up the cake and ice cream, the chairs? You want me to set up the pin and tail on the donkey? I'm just kidding. You know it ain't finna be all that shit. Like, they ain't finna be none of that. But I'm just thinking, like, you know what? Set the red cups up so people could pour their drink. You want me to make some jungle juice? What do you want me to do? You want me to come pour the chips in a bowl? What? You need me there now? So he like, nah, you ain't gotta do, like, you ain't gotta help or nothing like that. We already got it together. We just, you know, DJ gonna come set up and, you know, we gonna put like little, they put like little, the lights, you know, the disco lights and stuff up. He was like, yeah, it's just gonna be cool. He was like, and he trying to debate and see if he finna get this stripper to come or whatever. I'm just thinking like, in high school? But whatever. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, so what time you want me to come? Y'all, tell me why. This man was like, you know, you don't even gotta come, it's cool. I don't gotta come early. Is that what you trying to say, Joe? So I'm like, oh, okay, so you want me to come when the party start? You want me to come a little later? What's up? And I'm like, and mind you, before all of this, I had asked him, I said, do you, like, should I bring a friend with me or whatever like that? Like, should I invite my friend, like somebody to come with me? He told me no. He said, oh, you don't have to invite nobody because, why he said I had no, oh, he said because his friend has a girlfriend. He was like, yeah, and we gonna all be double dating soon and you gotta get to know them. You gotta get to know the homegirls and stuff like that. You could be with them. Oh, the one homegirl, yeah, you gonna love her. Oh, and the homie's girlfriend, she be, you know, you everybody just be cool. You gotta just mingle and you gotta get to know everybody. That man know damn well he didn't want me to get to know nobody. And so that's why I was like, okay, I didn't tell nobody about it because I'm like, he wanted me to come along, obviously. And remember, him and Toxic didn't like each other, allegedly. So I'm already thinking like, okay, I'm not gonna invite her because he gonna act some type of way towards her, which makes me get into it with him, which makes it a big just thing or whatever. So I didn't tell nobody about it. Well, I told them, but I didn't invite them. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, you want me to come later, like when the party stops, you want me to pull up? So he like, nah, you ain't gotta come at all, like it's cool. He was like, I don't even want you to go up here, like shit get crazy over here. You don't need to be at no party on the east side, no way, da 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 da. So I'm like, Joe, no you didn't. For one, this is a no you didn't moment because no you didn't, it's something up. Like, I'm not the type that would feel like, oh mama, please take me to LA, I gotta be at this party because my man going in uninvited me. No, you had me come out here and now I don't have plans. I could have stayed at home and had some plans, or I could have made some plans with other people and been at a party my damn self. So now it's just annoying because it was like you waited to the last minute to where I ain't gonna have nothing to do, which pissed me off. So he's like, yeah, just find something else to do, like go hit your homegirls up. Cause he like, hit up your cousin or something, hit up Toxic or something, hit up somebody, like y'all go to Club Heat, y'all go do this, y'all go do that. So I'm like, oh, it's something up, because just Friday you talking about some, what time you coming out here, what time you want to bring you, da 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 da, what you wearing to the party, oh, wear them shorts that I like. He had these shorts that he liked me to wear, and I ain't even gonna make sure a picture because I might not be able to find a picture with me in them. But I had these little shorts that was like red and they had like flowers all over them. They was real like flowy. He liked me to wear those shorts because when I was working them shorts, it be moving. So he liked them shorts on me to go to parties or like just anyway. So he like, yeah, wear them shorts that I like. So you had me pack these shorts. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Y'all hear the turn? So anyway, you have me pack these shorts, not make no plans, and it's a Saturday night and it's already getting late. Like, no, I'm coming to this party. You got me fucked up. So he like, nah, you don't need to come. It's just gonna be too much hood stuff, da 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 da. This is what we do. Like, you making it seem like you're telling me something that's out of the ordinary and I was just gonna be down for the first time. So I don't know, it was just weird to me. So I already knew it was something up or whatever. So I'm like, let me go on Facebook. At first I wasn't even gonna trip about it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to a different party. I'm gonna just find something to do, hit up Toxic, see what we could do, find something. I go on Facebook and lo behold, lo but motherfucking hold, he made a post and was like, we going up tonight. Mind you, he was talking about this party all the time on Facebook. He made a post like, we going up tonight, da 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 da, homies, y'all better come through, Ciroc on deck. He used to make these posts. I'm mad I don't have my old Facebook. I'm so mad that they hacked my old shit because, man, it used to, that's where all the memories was. Anyway, he used to make little posts like reciting music, like song lyrics and stuff like that, but sometimes it'll be like sexual song lyrics, right? So earlier that day he had said something, I forgot what it was. It was some song. It was a Boosie song. He had put it on there and this girl had liked it. Whenever he had put certain stuff on there, like sexual stuff, I used to be like, so I'll go through the likes and see who liked this shit. So I seen this girl liked it, right? It's this girl, I kind of would peep her. They have a little, you know, they'll go back and forth. Sometimes he'll like her stuff, she like his, and I see like little comments. So I'm like, okay, they clearly know each other like in real life. So I seen she had liked there or whatever. So I'm like, So anyway, so I ended up going to the post where he said they was turning up tonight. So she was just like, and he said something about like they got bottles and all this other stuff like that. So she was like, oh, you can't hang, you gonna be, you like basically like saying she could out drink him type stuff like that. Like he can't hang with the liquor. So I said, hold on, what's going on here? So I said, oh no, this is not finna happen. So he like laughing my ass off. You already know I can hang, da da da. They having a full conversation on Facebook like I can't see this. Joe, is you crazy? So I was like, oh yeah. Mind you, she commented probably like 3 hours after the post was already posted. So I'm just like, okay. So I was just like, yeah, okay, I see what's up. So anyway, so at this point I was like, you know what I'm finna do? You know how on Facebook you could block people from seeing your posts, like certain people? So I blocked his account from seeing my post and I put on Facebook and I said, who wanna come with me to a party tonight, right? And I was like, and I got us a ride, all that, like you ain't gotta worry about nothing, I'll pick you up, boom, boom. So this girl, people was liking it and stuff like that, and like people from where I had lived at that time, they hitting me up like, oh girl, where? And I'm like, I'm in LA, so if you ain't in LA, then don't hit me up. So this one girl that I went to middle school with, we gonna name her Tiny because she was short, she ended up commenting and was like, hey girl, like I want to go. So I was like, all right. So I ended up sliding in her DM, we messaging back and forth, and she like, where it's at? I'm telling her, she asking questions and stuff because at this time she had a lot of beef with people. Me and her, we knew each other in middle school. Like we wasn't like friends, but we knew each other. Like my homegirl used to try to like take, she was a grade younger than us, and my homegirl used to try to like kind of take her under her wing type thing, like be there for her or whatever, because, and then when I think back on it, my homegirl was a dirty bitch because y'all, she used to take this girl, she used to be trying to be cool with this girl because she was cool with the girl boyfriend, but the whole time she was like messing with the girl boyfriend. But it was like, he was basically on some, oh, can y'all be friends with her because she don't really have no friends like that, da 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 da. Whole time you trying to be there and like try to be a mentor, big sister thing to her, and whole time you was it was just a weird little thing. But either way it go, me and the girl, we used to like converse back and forth sometimes, but we didn't really have like, we wasn't friends, but we knew each other or whatever. So that was even better. It's like, dang, I'm not going somewhere with a stranger. Like it's somebody I know. But I ain't seen her since middle school. This like my last year. This my last year of high school. Last or second last, I don't know. Either I'm in 11th or 12th. So anyway, I'm like, all right, cool. So we ended up, so I told her, yeah, I'm gonna come pick you up around this time. I have my grandma pick you up. We gonna go. So she like, all right, cool. She just wants to make sure what side of town it was, who was throwing it. Cause like I said, she had beef with people around this time. And yeah, she was like, I don't wanna have to fight somebody but if I have to, I will. And I'm just like, oh, hopefully she don't. Cause girl, I'm on some other shit tonight, but yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. But anyway, so that happened. So I'm hitting him up. He's still being weird towards me, but he trying to be nice. And that's when I knew it was something up. And I said, yeah. Because at first, even if when I had got her to go with me to the party, I started looking at other parties like, you know what, maybe we could go here tonight. Maybe we could go here tonight. It's a lot of stuff popping tonight. But it was just the way he was acting was so weird. Like, he wanted to text me like, I love you. I miss you. I really wish you could come tonight. But, you know, I really don't want to put you in this situation. And then if something happened to you, I'm going to be mad. Like, I'm going to have to do a lot. And then, you know, like, ninjas be popping glizzies and stuff, and I don't want to have to like do, if somebody touch you, you know, if look at you wrong or bump you, I don't want to have to like do this, that, and the third. He was just saying the most, and it was just like, Joe, you literally, Joe, I don't know if I told y'all that story time. Did I tell y'all that story time when me and him was on the train and I had the side of my haircut and then cussed the nigga out for looking at my hair and telling me he liked my haircut? Like, you would start drama with people for even walking past me and smiling at my shoe. You would be like, what the fuck you looking at her so far? Like, he would literally be ready to fight anybody for any reason. So it's like, don't try to make it seem like, oh, I don't have to be on defense mode. You be on defense mode for no reason. An old man could say, hey, young man. One time we was walking and I was walking on the outer side of the street and an old man was walking and he was like, young man, you supposed to be in the inside. Don't be having her on the outside of the curb, you know, gentlemen. And he was like, man, fuck you. Don't be telling me how to walk with my bitch. Y'all, when I tell you, it was something wrong with that boy. So it's like, you literally making it seem like, why is you being weird? I just knew it had to be something up. I'm like, oh, he must be inviting that little on Facebook to the motherfucking party. And bitch, I'm gonna be at the motherfucking party too. How about that? I'm gonna pop up like my motherfucking Michael Myers at this motherfucking party. Joe, you got me fucked up. Anyway, let me stop. I'm acting like this just happened yesterday. But anyway, so at that point, I'm like, nah, we going to this party. So later on, I didn't tell him I was coming. I didn't tell him I was coming. I was just like, well, I'm still going out tonight, da-da-da-da-da, all this other shit, right? So it come down to it. We go pick up the girl. I had my grandma go pick her up. My grandma asked me a million questions. Where you know this girl? How you know her? Because my grandma know me. You literally pop up with random friends all the time. Around that time, anybody wants to be friends on Facebook, hey, here's my address. Come over. Let's go somewhere. That happened for a long period of time. I haven't been alive to my adult years. But anyway. So, yeah, she asked me all these questions. I'm like, grandma, it's cool. We went to school together. Like, this is literally my girl. Why does girl hop in the car? And she was like, hey, Sai. I'm like, y'all, my grandma instantly knew, like, you don't know this motherfucker. Not bitch. But she instantly knew, like, you do not know this girl. Because don't nobody call me no damn Sai. Like, at all. But I'm just thinking, like, grandma, maybe people at school called me that. Nobody called me Sai ever. Sai. Anyway, she's like, hey, Sai. And I'm thinking, like, did she not know my name? Mind you, on Facebook, I didn't have my real name on Facebook at this time. So I'm thinking, like, damn, she probably forgot my name for in real life. And she probably just thinking, like, it's something like that. So anyway, she hopped in the car. We talking or whatever. I'm just excited. I'm like, girl, yes, we finna go up. She's like, girl, right, that's crazy. Mind you, she talking too much in front of my grandma because she like, girl, I ain't seen you in so long. Like, that's crazy. Like, we really didn't even talk like that. But I'm happy, like, you open to being friends, even with the shit that happened with your friend. I'm just thinking, like, girl, shut the fuck up. You could have said this in the DM. Like, we is coming here to have fun and ruin my man's night. This ain't a rekindling moment about nothing. But anyway, we talking. This girl gonna have the nerve to go say, do you think they got tree here? Y'all know, like, roll it up, puff pass. I said, but she said the actual word, but for YouTube purposes, I'm not saying that word. So I was like, I don't know. Why are you asking these questions in the car? My grandma. You know this motherfucking grandma. Who you think this is, a rented grandma that's giving us a ride? Anyway, so y'all, so I'm telling her, mind y'all, I've been with him to his hood like twice before on a bus. So I kind of remember how to get there, but I don't really know the exact street. I just kind of remember like the off street and kind of how to get there. So I'm telling her direction. I'm like, okay, turn here. We drove down like 2 streets. And I'm like, okay, that's not the street. Mind you, my grandma like, do you even know where you're going? It's dark over here. I'm like, grandma, yes, it's good. Like, I just got the streets mixed up. Just keep driving. Y'all, so tell me why we pull up to this one house and I'm looking like, it's dark. I never been over there in the dark at night. So we pull up to this one house and I see music. I hear music and I see people walking up or whatever. So I'm like, it could look like a little older crowd, but you know, it's the hood thing, so everybody and mama finna be here. So I'm like, this it. I'm like, this the house. My grandma's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, this the house. She's like, well, I'm gonna stay outside for a little bit. Y'all just come, like, you go and confirm and then come back out and let me know. So I'm like, grandma, you don't got to do all that. She's like, well, I'm gonna sit here because I don't want to just pull off because you don't seem sure. You have me pull to like 2 different streets and you don't even know where you're going. So I'm like, grandma, it's the house. Y'all, when we get out the car, we walk up in the house. When I tell you that was like somebody's mama, I don't know if we pulled up to fucking Junior's bachelor party because that's what it was given. And mind you, remember he said it was supposed to be a dancer at the party. So I'm thinking like, I don't see nobody my age. I do see the dancers, but I don't see nobody my age. Like, it just was not given. So I'm like, what the fuck? We looked out of place as hell. Everybody was like way older than us. This one lady was like, I think y'all at the wrong party. Y'all might be looking for such and such. And she said, oh boy, name. Because mind y'all, everybody pretty much from the same hood. They know each other. So just a block over. She's like, you probably looking for such and such house. That's around the corner. That's the party y'all looking for. So this boy was like, yeah, y'all young ass at the wrong party. He really said, y'all young ass bitches at the wrong party. They laugh. Oh, yeah, y'all better go over there with such and such. Like the old boy house. So I'm like, come on. I grabbed her like, come on, Tiny. And we went back outside. Thank God my grandma was still out there because we would have had to book it to the next street. So I'm like, grandma, you, you was not right. But this ain't the house. So she like, Moni, you don't know. I'm gonna just take you. You wanna just go back home because you don't even know where you're going. Da da da. I said, no, listen me lying. I said, no, grandma, that's his auntie's house. And the aunties, the family, they're having a family get together and he's having a party at the house or whatever. So I'm like, grandma, we just gotta go around the corner. His auntie confirmed. We gotta go around the corner. So you're like, you sure? Not me lying. That lady probably didn't even know that boy like that. Well, she probably knew him, but yeah. So I was like, she like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. So we pull up around the corner. I'm looking like, okay, this is more of our speed. It's dudes hanging outside smoking big bottles, gang banging, music playing, cars, loud speaker. My grandma said, because the other one was kind of like, it wasn't too, the other one wasn't like too ghetto, but this one was giving real hood shit. My grandma was like, now Moni, are you sure? I said, grandma, I'm good. I already know. I said, you know Joe, he gonna be here. My grandma hated Joe. She blamed Joe she lost the remote, y'all. This is where I get blaming people for stupid shit for. My grandma lost the remote and blamed Joe. She literally was like, oh, that little boyfriend you be having come up to the house, he stole my remote. She blamed that boy for stealing the remote. And I had to tell my grandma, they don't even have cable. And she gonna say, oh, well, that's probably why he stole it, because he's jealous. Long story short, she didn't like him. And then plus, like, later down the line, it gave, y'all. Oh, bro. Oh, my God. That's a whole nother fucking story time. When my grandma called Joe cheating on me. Bro, Anyway, so yeah. I'm like, yeah, Joe here. So she was just like, okay, whatever. Like, you know, and I'm like, yeah, we good, grandma. She was like, well, do your friend like Joe? Is she okay? You okay with Joe? So she's like, yeah, Joe, he's cool. My whole time she's not even knowing who I'm talking about. But this is where it was weird. But anyway, so she like, yeah, because when we talked and I was telling her like, oh, this is my boyfriend homie house, and she was like, oh, your boyfriend? Oh, okay. Like, you know, like nonchalant, whatever. Mind you, I knew that they went to the same school, so she never mentioned like she knew him. But anyway, let's keep going. So we ended up getting out the car. I told her wave. Grandma sat outside for like a cool 5 minutes. Grandma, get out of here. Like, go. So anyway, we in the house, and when we walking up, well, not we in the house yet, but when we walking up to the house or whatever, it's some dudes in front yard, right? So I see a familiar face, which is Joe homeboy. Remember the homeboy that I told you when Joe put me on blast, when he told him like, hey, and he had me out the car, and he was like, oh, you be trying to talk to her? Yeah, so this before that even happened. I never gave that boy a name because he really don't need one. So I walk up to him because I see a familiar face. I met him like once, and I don't know why he added me on Facebook. So we had each other on Facebook for the longest. So I walk up to him and I'm just like, oh, what's up? And I said his hood name or whatever. So he was like, oh, what's up? What you do? Like, how you doing? How y'all doing? So I'm like, we fine. He was like, okay, like, what's your name? I'm trying to get to know you. How you know my name? How you know my name? Mind you, I know I probably like this boy don't remember. He knew who I was. This nigga would literally like pictures of me and Joe on Facebook and then turn around and try to talk to me in the DM. Like, he was just weird like this. Like, I don't know. He was a fucking weirdo. So anyway, so I'm like, you're such and such, like, we got each other on Facebook. He like, you got me on Facebook? I don't be knowing, like, I got a lot of people on Facebook, da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, you're Joe's friend? Like, I know you through Joe. Joe's my man. He's like, oh, you Joe girl? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, where's Joe at anyway? Mind you, Tiny talking to his homeboy or whatever anyway. So I'm like, where's Joe at? So he's like, I don't know where Joe at. Like, I don't know. So then the other boy was like, nigga, Joe and them went to the store. They went to the store to go get some more something. Don't know. So I'm like, oh, okay. and I'm just standing there. Because I'm thinking like, So the boy was like, he gonna be back, like, you know, go have fun. Like, the other boy, not the boy that be trying to talk to me, but the other boy, he was like, go have fun. Like, he gonna come back. I'll let him know you here. So I was like, oh, no, you ain't gotta let him know. He know I'm here. So he's like, okay. I'm still just standing there. She talking to her boy, so that's my excuse to stand there, because I'm thinking, like, he gonna walk up any minute now. Any minute now. So anyway, when she was done talking to him, I'm like, okay, I ain't finna be a weirdo and just stand here, because they continue their conversation, and it's basically like, the fuck is you doing here? You know when you, like, at the bus stop downtown, you know when you, like, downtown LA, getting some food outside, and, like, a rat walk up to you, and you just, like, minding your business, and you like, the fuck you doing here? You know, it's kind of like one of those moments. So anyway, I'm like, all right, you want to go inside? So she like, yeah, let's go inside. We go inside. Music playing. Right when we walked through the door, she turned around, she started throwing that ass on me. So I said, baby, let's get it. Not like that. Not like that. We dancing, we just having fun, like friendly fun. So we dancing and stuff like that, having a time. But at the same time, I was kind of bugging. I ain't even gonna lie. I positioned myself in a way to where I could see the front door. So when Joe walk in, I could see him. And not let him see me, because it's dark in there and he not expecting to see me, of course. So I want to see what you want. I want to see who you walk through the door with. I want to see what girl you bend over first and start doing your thing with. I want to see it. So I'm like, I'm realizing, like, you know what, I'm having a good time though. I'm still like dancing, me and her having a good time. But I was like, I need to take it from 10 and go to like 0 and just enjoy myself. I want to float right now. So I was like, let's find something to drink. Like, let's find, because yeah, I'm just in here kind of looking like twerking, but then look like, who the fuck is that? Is that him? But then I can't even really enjoy myself because people coming up to us trying to dance, and I really can't enjoy myself because I'm like, even though we don't trip off of each other dancing at parties, how that's gonna look? I did not tell him I'm here, and then he walk in the party and I'm dancing with a dude that's from his hood. He gonna be like, the fuck is you doing? You know, so I'm like, let me drink. Cause yeah. So anyway, we go through the kitchen or whatever. The house is pretty big. We trying to find some liquor. We can't find none. We end up going outside because we see people coming through the back door or whatever. So we go through the back door and we see like different groups of people. It was a group of people, they was smoking, you know, they hitting that thing. So she was like, oh, let's go up over there because she want to hit it. So she ended up tapping a boy. She real short. She tapped the boy on his leg like, hey, let me hit that. So he was like, okay, hold on. He passed it to her. So he was like, you want to hit it? Like asking me like, pass it to her next. He told her, I'm like, nah, it's cool or whatever. So he like, yeah, what y'all doing? Like, what y'all here? Who invited y'all? So she was like, oh, we here because we heard it was a party or whatever. Like, she did not want me to say my man, because she was thinking like, if you say your man, we ain't finna get none of this free, this liquor that's in their hand. So she was like, yeah, we here, it's a party. Like, we came, we pulled up, we seen it on Facebook. So he like, oh, okay, y'all seen it on Facebook, so y'all must know the homies or whatever. So she like, what y'all drinking? Like, just change the subject. And he was like, oh, this Ciroc. Clear as day, big long Ciroc about this Ciroc. So she was like, could we have some? Like, he's like, yeah, y'all get some. Y'all go get some. Go get y'all need a cup or y'all want to drink off the bottle? So I was like, I'm gonna go grab a cup real quick. I really just wanted to go in the kitchen and peek my head through the living room again. So I'm like, you cool if I go get a cup? I'm like, are you gonna come with me? She was like, no, go. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go up in there, I'm getting a cup. While I run into old boy that was his homeboy again outside, the one that be trying to talk to me. Yeah. Annoying. So I'm like, oh, like trying to get cups. He was like, yeah, Joe still ain't came back for you. And I was like, he doing him, like, it's a party, I'm chilling, I'm having fun. He like, why are you in the house? I'm like, because I'm looking for cups. He like, you don't even know where the cups at. Mind you, I'm in they cabinets grabbing glass cups. He like, you don't even know where the cups at. I'm like, this a cup, right? He like, so you just gonna use a glass cup when there's some red cups right there? So I'm like, oh, my bad. So he like, yeah, so what's up? Like, what's up? Like, why you be acting funny? Like, why you don't be like sliding back? Like, why you don't be saying nothing back to me? So I'm like, because I date your friend. So he like, okay, but like, I mean, you know, that nigga ain't gotta know. Like, I ain't gonna tell him. You gonna tell him? Yo, at this point, I'm like, this nigga's getting on my nerves. So I was like, is he here? Like, did you see him? So he like, nah. But like, don't tell him like what we be talking about. You know, like, it ain't gotta go that far. He like, I don't want him to take it the wrong way. What right way to take it? He like, I just be trying to let you know you beautiful or whatever like that. I just, you know, I like when I see a beautiful girl, I like to let her know she beautiful. But don't tell him it's not nothing like that. Like, you know. And I'm just so confused because I'm like, you literally telling me to talk to you, but you won't tell. But it ain't like that. But it is like that. What is it? What is it, sir? So I'm just like, okay. I'm like, but did you see him? He's like, stop worrying about that nigga. If he wanted to find you, he would come look for you. He know you here, right? And I'm just like, yeah. But then he come back. He like, See, you worried about him too much. He ain't clearly worried about you because he ain't up in here with you. So I'm like, but he here like the whole time. Because so is you saying he here or not? Like I'm confused. Am I hearing you right? Is he here? So I'm like, but he is here though. Like he came back. He was like, I don't know if he came back or not. I was in the house. Like, so what you doing? Like, why y'all outside? Who y'all talking to? You say you talking to Joe, but like you outside. What you outside doing? Because everybody outside is either just, you know, like what you outside doing if you talk to Joe, but you don't want to talk to me. I'm like, hold on real quick. I'll be right back. I went to the living room. I'm trying to peep the scene. It's too dark up in there. I'm like, fuck, I can't see shit. Joe tall, but I still trying to like look at faces. I'm like, I don't even know what he got on today. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't even finna go outside because let me go back to this girl. Not me forgetting that I came with somebody. At this point, should have came alone. So I ended up was like, all right, I'm walking back to the kitchen. So he like, I'm gonna follow you outside. I'm coming with you. So I'm like, oh, we already outside talking to people. He like, who you talking to? Let me see who you talking to. Let me see who you talking to. And I'm just like, this thing's annoying, bro. Like, what did you want? So we walking outside and they like, oh, what's up? Like, you know, doing hands and stuff like that. They like, oh, she with you? They with you? So he like, nah, she ain't with me. She ain't with you. Who you with? And I was just like, I'm with her. I'm with Tiny. Because, boy, you get on my nerves. Let them pour this drink first before you start being annoying. Because I need to drink. So anyway, we passed the cup or whatever. They poured in a bottle. Me and her talking. I'm like, you good? She's like, girl, yeah, I'm good. Like, we having fun. Like, she was like, after we drink this or whatever, let's go in the house or whatever and finish dancing and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. That works for me because then I could see if my man came back or not. Because, yeah, where is he? So yeah, so the boy, he just lingering around being a weirdo. So he like, oh, you want what you want? Like, if you wanted alcohol, you could have told me. I got some liquor. Why this boy pull out a little itty bitty Amsterdam bottle out his pants and gonna say, yeah, I got something if you wanted something. I don't want your juice. You can keep your penis juice to yourself. Because why is it in your pants? So I'm like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. He's like, yeah, mix that with that. You ain't never had that? Mix that with that and it's going to be good. So I'm like, nah, it's cool. It's good. So then the girl Tiny, she like, why you keep trying to push up on her? Like, you like my friend or something? You like her? Oh, you like her? She was like, Sai, he like you. Sai, I think he like you or whatever. So I'm just laughing. I don't know why I never corrected her. So whenever she would say Sai, it was kind of funny to me. So she like, Sai. Because at this point, I'm thinking like, what if I correct her? She'd be like, bitch, I know your name is Symone. I like Sai. So I'm just like, anyway, so she like, you like my friend Sai, he like you? Okay, like, cause she probably thinking like this invisible boyfriend you speak of is not here. So anyway, we talking to him, and while we talking and laughing, I'm like, girl, no, he know, I'm trying to play it off. And she like, he know who? So I'm like, he know my boyfriend. She was like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah, like, man, they ain't even like that. I don't be trying to talk to her like that. That's the homie girl. What the fuck I look like trying to talk to the homie girl? And I'm just thinking like, why do you do it then? Anyway, so we talking and laughing with him or whatever, and the other dude's laughing or whatever. We drinking this cup. We going by the cup so fast. I'm not even realizing how much I'm just gulping, but I really did want to get drunk. So they like, oh, you need some more. So we pour, I pour some more because she's still sipping on hers. Probably because she was smoking and I wasn't. So it was probably like, yeah. So she's still sipping on her. She's still sipping on hers. I get some more. We talking and we laughing at this point or whatever. The boy, he's still right there. We still in a group with the other dudes or whatever. And yeah, we was gonna go in the house when she was done with hers because it wasn't gonna take me long to get done with this second cup. So y'all, once we walk up, I hear, oh, what's up, cuz? And he turned around, he's like, oh, what's up? I knew that voice. I said, that's my man. I look and I said, I just stood there smiling at him, looking up to him. So he said, what the fuck you doing here? I ain't seen you in a minute. Why he hugged Tiny? Bitch. Mind you, when I was standing there looking at him looking stupid as hell, just staring up at him, he made eye contact with me and he said, what the fuck you doing here? And when he said that, I looked down and smiled because I'm thinking like, I'm here. Yes, I am in the flesh. It's me, bitch. The whole time you not even talking to me. And yeah, so I look, I'm like, what the fuck? I said, oh, so you do know Joe. But I ain't said it in no way like, find your own way home, bitch. I ain't said it like that. But I'm like, oh, so you do know Joe. So she like, this Joe that you talking about? I'm like, yeah, mind you, she follows. We have each other on Facebook. She likes my photos. So she was like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I do know him. I do know him. So he like, yeah. He was like, what you doing here? And I was like, I'm here with Tiny. So he was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you here? But he kind of looked irritated. So I'm like, oh, because my girl hit me up and asked me if I wanted to go. And I mean, lying. And I didn't even put her on to lie. So I'm like, my girl hit me up and asked me if I wanted to go out tonight because I had to find something else to do, remember, and then I was like, okay. So then I picked her up, and I didn't even know this was the same party. Bro, I'm like, I didn't even know this was the same party. I'm like, that's crazy. So I start seeing people, and I'm like, wait, this is the same party my man is at. But I'm like, by that time, my grandma wasn't gonna take us nowhere else, so this where we at. So she was like, girl, and I must have like squeezed her fucking hand. I must have squeezed her hand like, bitch, shut the fuck up. What the fuck happened? So he was like, oh, okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's a small world. So he's like, let me talk to you real quick. He like, why you with these niggas anyway? So I'm like, we just chilling, like, you already know. So then white old boy, the thirsty one, was like, yeah, I had to make sure I watch her because she over here want to drink with ninjas and smoke and stuff like that. So I'm like, boy, I don't even smoke. Like, what are you talking about? So he like, Symone, let me talk to you real quick. So I'm like, all right. And I'm thinking like she heard him say Symone, so maybe she'll start calling me by my name. Anyway, he pulled me to the side and he was just like, be for real. Like, why'd you come if I told you not to come? Like, if I didn't want you here, like, you see it's so much like hood stuff going on. So I'm like, yeah, but I'm not worried, it's cool, like it's not that big of a deal. He was like, nah, like, I'm not tripping. If you wanted to come, you could have just said you wanted to come, but you didn't say that. I said I didn't want you to come, and if you wanted to come, you could have said you wanted to come, and I would have said it was okay, like, you could come. And I'm thinking like, no, the fuck, not you trying to, no, you wouldn't have said that. You didn't want me to come. But I'm just like, oh no, it wasn't like that. Like, she literally, I'm sticking to my lie. I'm like, no, she literally had hit me up and was like, do you want to go out? And I said, yeah. So he was like, oh, okay, so you just didn't notice was the hood? I said, I noticed when we got close, but at that point, like I said, my grandma's not taking me nowhere else, you already know. So he was like, how y'all getting home? Like, because my homies, you know, I could probably get you a ride home, like, right now. Right now. He was like, but how you gonna get home? So I'm like, I'm gonna get home, my grandma gonna come pick us up or something, I don't know. Look, we'll figure it out. So he like, he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna make sure you good or whatever like that. Like, you good? Like, what you was drinking? I told him. And he didn't like me to drink because y'all, it's a whole situation with that too. But he didn't like me to drink because I used to feel like maybe back then I used to drink to like avoid shit that was going on in my life, or like just like run away from problems type shit. So, but I would get so drunk and kind of like blackout, but not blackout. Well, sometimes I would black out, but it would be bad. And I felt like he felt like, no. So he really didn't like for me to drink like that. But yeah, so he was just like, yeah, like, make sure you drink some water or whatever like that. He like, come on, we gotta go in the house. Like, why are you outside anyway? Like, I don't want you outside with talking to them. Like, you know, it's too many dudes out here and they drinking and stuff like that. It's gonna end up being something, like, come in the house. So I was like, all right, we come in the house. I was telling him like, oh yeah, I came outside because I didn't want to be in the house dancing with people. Mind you, whole time I was dancing with people for him. I'm like, I don't want to be in the house dancing with people because, you know, like, I'm just lying. So he like, okay. And so I told her, I was like, you ready to go in the house? She like, yeah, I'm done with my cup or whatever. Like, we go in the house. So he was like, yeah, if y'all want some more to drink, y'all tell me. Like, come to me. Don't be going to none of them because they be putting, you know, Molly and stuff. You know, they be putting extra stuff in the bottle. So he's like, don't go to nobody else. So at this point, I'm tripping. I'm like, do you think they have something in theirs? He's like, I don't know. But like I said, if you want something else, just come to me. Like, don't go to nobody else. So he was like, yeah, but I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to be mad at you. But yeah, you should have just let me know you was coming because anything could have happened, or I could have been having beef with somebody or something. He's like, but just let me know next time. And I'm thinking like, oh, he being a little bit too nice tonight. Okay. So I'm like, all right. So we go in the house, y'all. They start playing YG Relax. I'm over here trying to throw it back on him. I could not dance for nothing in the world. But he used to be getting down with me, y'all. He could dance, but I couldn't. So I'm over there throwing it back. They playing Relax. We like, oh, she doing her thing on somebody else too. It's just a time, right? So, you know, when you're just having a time and you and your friend is holding each other up and y'all dancing and smiling, I look up because I wanted to make eye contact with Tiny and smile at her. And I look up and I forget Tiny is not the same height as me, so I ain't gonna make eye contact with her. I look behind her and I see, lo motherfucking behold, I see the girl from Facebook. Y'all, so at this point, the alcohol, I could not control my liquor back there. I ain't even gonna lie. So for the people who dealt with me around that time, I apologize because I was a mess. Teenagers do not need to be, you know, because no. So anyway, I see your girl and I'm like, what is she looking at? why is she here? She's standing there and she with this one girl and they just like looking and they dancing and stuff too, but they kind of like looking at me. But like I could see they having a conversation, but she like looking at me, like she'll look over at us like but then she'll turn back to her friend and be smiling like but looking over at us like and then smiling let me stop. I'm acting too animated. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. But anyway, so yeah, I'm noticing that. So I look, I'm like, oh, so I turn around, I start doing the most. Y'all, don't let somebody be looking at me. Oh, like I told y'all, I was young, dumb, and insecure. So I turn around, I'm doing the most on him. Now I hop on him front, and I'm just like, oh, pick me up, doing the most, like trying to grind. He like holding me, I'm leaning back. You know, we just doing our thing. I'm doing the most because, oh, what's up? Mind you, Joe used to post me on his Facebook or whatever, but that really didn't even matter. No way. It really didn't matter posting me at all. So anyway, now I'm over here, I'm start kissing him and stuff like that, and I'm doing the most. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm doing the fucking most. So we kissing probably for like a good 2 minutes or a second. I promise you it was not that long. Probably 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes we kissing. He ended up putting me down and he was like, what's up with you? Like, you drunk, you need some water. So I was like, no, I'm good. Well, I turn around, Tiny is gone. Y'all, I looked on the floor and everything. Tiny is nowhere to be found. And I'm not saying looked on the floor because she was short. Like, you know, she could have been laid on the floor dancing with somebody. Tiny is gone. I said, where the fuck she go? And at this point, I'm like, I don't even have her number. I just have her on Facebook. So I'm like, where the fuck did Tiny go? So I'm like, do you see where Tiny goes? So he like, I don't know where she went. She was dancing with the homie. She good. So I was like, oh, so he like, you drunk. Like, you're drunk as fuck. So I'm like, I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. So he grabbed my face and he was like, you drunk. You're drunk right now. You know, and I'm like, I'm not drunk. Stop. And I was all like, who you invite? Who did you invite here? I'm drunk as hell. I'm like, who did you invite here? Who did you invite, Joe? So he was like, what you talking about? What do you mean, who do I invite? What are you talking about? So I said, Joe, did you invite her? Did you invite her here? Mind you, I had never mentioned this girl to him. I used to just peep stuff. So I was like, did you invite her here, Joe? Did you invite her? And he was like, invite who? Mind you, I should probably give her a name. But the name I'm thinking to give this girl in my head is not a name that I want to give her. So that's why I'm not going to even say that. Because me and my friend used to call her a duck. We would say she looked like a duck. I was like, girl, guess who I seen Joe texting? She like, who? I'm like, Duck, the duck. So I ain't even going to call this girl no duck. That's weird. So I'm just not going to give her a name because I can't think shit right now. So anyway, so I'm like, did you invite her here? So he don't know who the hell I'm talking about. He like, who are you talking about? What is you talking about? You drunk as hell, you drunk. So he like, come on. Because at this point I start crying. Y'all, I used to be an emotional drunk. Oh my God. I'm like tears coming down my eyes. So he wiped it off hard as hell. Like he wiped that tear off like, and he was like, come on, and grabbed my arm. He pulled me. I know he was annoyed. And we go to the kitchen. He was like, drink some fucking water. Drink some water. I'm like, I don't want to drink no water. I don't want to drink no water. He go to the faucet. He gets some water. And I was like, I don't want this water. I don't want this kind. And he was like, drink the fucking water, Symone. And I was like, But I'm drinking the water, but I don't know why I start gargling with it. And I'm just like, y'all, annoying. So he was like, you gotta go home. You going home. You about to go home right now. So I was like, I don't want to go home. I was like, I just want to know. Let me talk regular. I'm like, I just want to know, why would you invite her here? And he was like, what? I'm like, you didn't want me to come because you wanted to invite her here. So he was like, invite who? What are you talking about? So I was like, oh, you gonna play stupid with me? You gonna act dumb? So he like, man, you need to go home. You need to, like, you gotta go. Like, I'm tired of you. Like, you gotta go. So I was like, oh, you don't want to be with me no more because you want to be with her? Yeah, this nigga was so confused. He's like, what are you talking about? So I was like, kiss me right now then. Kiss me right now. Mind you, it's other people in the kitchen, it's not them, but people is kind of looking because he yelling and cussing me the fuck out, and I'm over here crying, saying some stupid shit. It was just a mess. At this point, I forgot about Tiny still. So I'm like, just kiss me right now. He's like, I'm not fucking kissing you. I'm about to put you in the car with one of the homies and they finna take you home. Somebody finna take you to home because you getting on my nerves. You gotta go, like, you really getting on my nerves. So I was like, Joe, don't do this to me. Don't do this to us. Y'all, he was so irritated. Y'all, next thing you know, I start hearing from the 99 to the 2000s. Why I fucking threw that water down and I started twerking hard as fuck. I said, hey, you working for some ass shit? This nigga, when I tell you he was mad, he was mad. He said, man, get your stupid ass up. He was like, man, get your stupid ass up. And he pulled me. I was like, Joe, this our song. This our song. I said, you know when this come on. You gotta run to, come on, Joe, come on. This our song. This our song. He irritated. Somebody walked by and they was like, bro, like, go up in there with her. Like, go up in there. So when they talking to him, he want to put a smile on. He was like, all right, come on. We go back up in there. I'm twerking hard as fuck on him. All back. Boom, 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 boom. He just like behind me. And I'm just like, yeah, see, music make us so happy, Joe. That's all we need is music. So I'm dancing. At that point, I realized, like, where the fuck is Tiny? So I turned around. I was like, I'll be back. I'll be right back. He was like, why? I was like, I gotta go find Tiny. I don't know where she at. So he's like, all right, yeah, you go do that. And I left. I walk up out of there mid-song. You know it ain't, everything ain't right with me in the brain. He should have known, because I'm never finna walk out on back that ass up. I'm never finna do that. I'm gonna finish the song, then I'm gonna find the person I came with. So I go back outside. I'm looking for her. Why did he let me go alone? I don't know. He was irritated with me. As long as I ain't go out the front door, he just knew I was still gonna be there somewhere. So I'm looking for her. I go to the dudes that was outside, and I'm like, where's Tiny? And the boy was like, what? Mind you, at this point, the guy who gave us the liquor, he was right there, and he was talking to a girl. And he was like, what? I was like, where is Tiny? And the girl was like, who the fuck is Tiny? And I was like, oh no. Shh, I'm looking for my friend. I'm looking for my friend. So she was like, what? So he was like, I don't know where she at. I don't know. I don't even know her. So I'm like, okay. I'm here with Joe. I'm like, I'm here with Joe. So I end up walking off. I'm looking for her. I cannot find this girl nowhere. I don't know why I'm looking behind the trash can. Don't know why she would be behind there. But you know, people get drunk and do some strange things. So I'm looking. I'm like, where the fuck is she at? I go back in the house, y'all. I'm looking for her. Tell me the fuck why I go back in the house. Because someone was telling me. I'm like, I looked through in the bathroom. I looked everywhere. I'm just trying to find her. Some told me, because I'm thinking like, maybe she in the front yard. That's why I ain't looked at. So I go back in that motherfucking living room, y'all. Back That Ass Up still ain't playing. It's another song. They realized, like, okay, we need to play some Throw That Ass songs, because they start playing Travis Porter, Bring It Back. Y'all already know Travis Porter used to have the parties lit. So they playing Travis Porter, Bring It Back. I go up in there, I'm like, hey, I'm dancing while I'm walking through the house, and I'm thinking like, let me look through the front. But I'm like, ooh, let me dance a little bit, because I'm gonna find Tiny somewhere. She couldn't have left. I know she wouldn't have just left at the house and went home. But yeah. So anyway, I look over to the side. I see Tiny, like, she little. It's a boy got her in the air. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? But I'm like, oh, there she go. Y'all, but I look over to my left. I'm just kidding. I don't know if it was left or right. I really don't remember. But either way it go, I looked in that party and I see my man getting assed on by the Facebook girl. Even though we don't care. Like, nowadays, that is not sliding. I'm not gonna go to a club with my man and a bitch just start throwing straight ass on him. That's out. Like, cause that's, you know, but we was young, and maybe I just did it because I wanted to seem like, I'm not insecure. You could dance with my man. Oh, maybe that's probably why I was okay with it. I don't know. Maybe he made me feel like, girl, it's okay. The fuck? And I just was like, oh, it's cool. I'm cool with it. You know, sometimes when you young, you insecure, and you kind of just trying to seem so secure in your relationship that you be okay with just anything, some stupid shit. Anyway, I'm not saying that dancing with somebody is cheating, but don't be at the same club as me dancing with somebody. That's kind of weird. But wait, kind of don't be at the club dancing anyway, because I ain't finna be throwing ass on somebody neither. Anyway, let me finish the story. So yeah, so I look over, Facebook girl throwing ass on my man. What is going on, Joe? I just told you, did you invite her? Even though when I look back on it, he clearly didn't know that's who I was talking about. But what's going on? What is going on, Joe? So I go up over there, and I was just standing there looking at him like this, arms crossed, looking stupid as fuck. And he's still just fucking it up. That Joe could dance. And I'm like, so I ended up moving her out the way. And while I move her out the way, and I start dancing on him, and she was like, what the fuck? Excuse you? Excuse you? And then her homegirl walked up and was just like, what's going on? What's going on? So I'm dancing on him. So he was like, hey, calm that shit down. Like, calm that shit down, like talking to them. And he like kind of like stopped me, like lift me up. Like, girl, stop shaking all that and stand up. So I stood up. He was like, hey, and he's like, nah, calm all that shit down. Calm that shit down. She was like, why the fuck did you push me? Like, why did you push me? Don't nobody want your nigga. Da, 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 da. Oh, you know me. You know who I am. I know who you are too. But anyway, so she like, don't nobody want your nigga. So he like, hey, calm down, good, calm all that, call up, comment, calm, da 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 da. So I was like, Joe, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? Like, who is this? Who is this bitch? So next, you know, I'm just like, we kind of arguing and stuff like that. So he like, man, and he covering my mouth. because I really don't remember what I was saying, but I probably was saying some dumb shit because he was telling me like, you start saying some weird ass shit. And I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but he covering my mouth. And he like telling him to go. So he pulling me off to the side. And he ended up like putting me in the kitchen. He was like, stay right here. And I was like, he's like, drink some fucking water. Stay right here, drink some water. He go back out. Y'all, I followed him like a puppy. Because what you think, you gonna put me in the kitchen? No. So I followed him out, not immediately, like a little bit after. And I see he over there talking to the girl and she doing the most. And he's key and I see him smiling. You see the side tooth. And I'm just like, Joe, what are you doing? So I'm irritated even more. So I'm about to walk up over there. Next thing you know, Tiny was like, girl, this party is lit. Like, bitch, we need to start hanging out all the time. So I'm like, okay, Tiny, yeah, but I gotta go over there. So she like, girl, dance. So then next thing you know, some boys start like coming behind her and dancing, and a boy behind me. Yo, I'm drunk as hell. I just start dancing on him. We dancing again, like having a whole little dance moment. I'm forgetting, like, girl, go over there. Your man is smiling in somebody's face. The fuck? I forgot. So I'm over here dancing, whatever. Not paying no mind. I'm not that far from Joe, but kind of far or whatever. The living room was a nice size. So we dancing, we having a good time and just doing our shit. She doing too much of a shit. One thing I didn't like is if I'm dancing with homegirls and they doing something better than me, I be trying to go toe for toe with them and be looking stupid as fuck. If my homegirl got her hands on the floor and her feet on the wall, I'm gonna do the same thing and look like a fool. And I swear I hate it when people, bro, don't do it. Nowadays I'm gonna stop. I know I pick my battles wisely. I'm not finna, you ain't finna make me look like a fool. I'll be out there like, okay, you taking it to the floor, I'm gonna take it to the floor too. Y'all looking stupid. Whole time I'm thinking like, people gonna think like, yeah, look at those friends, those girls are working it. No. I used to really think that people would think like, yeah, that group of friends, yeah, you see all them doing they shit, but the whole time it'd be like, girl, don't dance next to her ever again. You look dumb. But anyway, so yeah, I'm dancing on him and I'm doing it like she going low. He like underneath the like, hey, grabbing the wall. Whole boy grabbing his homeboy. So I'm doing the same shit as her, right? Y'all, Joe must have snatched me the fuck up. I don't know where he came from. Like, boy, you come when you want to come. But I thought you wanted. Ain't you laughing over there? I was supposed to be in the kitchen. Why is you even right here? He snatched me up and he was like, what the fuck is you doing, cuz? This is a party, Joe. Stop letting me ruin your night. Have some fun, okay? What is you doing yelling at these people out? So I was like, I'm dancing. So he like, man, so you just gonna dance with the homies? Hey, get the fuck back, bro. She with me. Get the fuck back. So he like, man, bro, it's a fucking party. What the fuck is you doing, cuz? So they start getting into it. And I'm just like, Joe, stop. I'm putting my hand on his chest. I'm like, stop. Oh, girl's still fucking it up on old boy. They was not finna lose that competition. I'm holding Joe. I'm like, stop, Joe. I'm like, look at me. Hey, look at me. Look at me. So he like, man, what the fuck? So I was like, come here. So the boy, they like get into it. So somebody came over there. The boy who party was, he like, nah, hey, y'all ain't finna do that. Like, y'all not finna do all of that. Like, y'all not finna do that. He like, bro, mad about a dance with a bitch. I'm not gonna be too many more of them motherfuckers tonight, okay? Anyway, so yeah. So he like, this my bitch. Don't be dancing with don't be talking about. So I'm like, Joe, you was just dancing with that girl that you invited here from Facebook. He like, invited who from Facebook? I'm like, you were just dancing with the girl that you invited from Facebook. So he was like, man, what the fuck? She from the hood. She was not from the hood. She lived over there at one point in her life. She didn't live over there no more. Which I ended up realizing, because at first I'm thinking like, oh, she from over here. Now me thinking he invited her. But he probably did not invite. She knew about the party. But either way it goes. Anyway, I'm thinking like, yeah, but she came for you. But yeah, so he was like, y'all not doing all this. So we end up going outside. Me and Joe go outside. He cussing me the fuck out. He yelling at me and I'm just standing there crying. When? Okay, I don't know, bro. The vitamins I be taking be giving me so much energy at nighttime. But anyway, I'm over there crying. So he over there, he was just like, yeah, I can't do this shit no more. I can't do this shit no more with you. So I was like, wait, Joe, no, because mind you, I'm cussing him out and stuff too. But the moment he want to break up with me, it'd be like, no. I used to have this weird mindset back in the day. It used to be like, bro, you can't break up with me. I gotta break up with you. So sometimes even if I knew we need to break up, and he broke up with me, I would like get back with this man just so I could break up with him. Cause it's like, the fuck, I'm breaking up with you. So anyway, but this time I didn't want to break up. So I'm crying. I'm like, no, please, Joe, stop. Don't leave me. Looking like a stupid fool. Oh my God. And the girl just so happened to be outside, but like way on the other, like by the back porch. We in the middle of the backyard. I'm pulling him, Joe, don't leave me. No. He like, you finna go home. Call your ride. Call somebody to come get you. If you don't got a ride, I'll have somebody take you home. You gotta go. Like, you gotta go. You just, this too much. I can't do this shit with you no more. Like, trying to break up with me. So I'm like, Joe, no. I'm crying like, please don't, Joe. I promise, okay? I'm sorry. I promise, okay? I'm not gonna do no more. I'm not gonna drink no more. You know what? It's the alcohol. I'm not gonna drink. I used to love blaming it on that. But I'm not gonna drink, Joe. I promise I'm not gonna drink. And he like, nah, dude, like, you gotta go. Like, you did too much tonight. Like, I'm supposed to be here having a good time. That's why I didn't want you here in the first place. Like, look at this. You causing so much. Bro, I did not cause nothing. He make it seem like I done cut the hole out in the roof and put the toilet on the ceiling. And what did you talk about, Joe? I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't do nothing. It's a party. People, you know, everybody drink it, everybody get into it, and then they laugh, they forget. Like, Joe, it's cool. I'm like, babe, like, it's cool. Like, let's go in the house. Let's just go in the house and dance. Joe, let's dance. We like music. We like to dance. Let's just go, Joe. Please. I said, you just gonna leave me here? He was like, no, you need to go the fuck home. Like, I'm tired of you. Like, I'm tired of shit. Y'all, Joe hated me. That man did not like me. So I'm like, no. I'm not going. I'm like crying, like I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying here. He was like, well, I'm gonna fucking leave then. I'm gonna leave. So I said, well, I'm gonna stay. And he's like, oh, I fucking hate you. He's always, y'all, our whole relationship wasn't like that. I promise y'all. He would be nice at times. But yeah, this wasn't one of them times. I could see why he was mad at me. I honestly could see why he was mad at me. Like, I literally was probably really getting on his nerves. I was doing too much. I should never even came, honestly. I shouldn't have went. I know that. But you do stuff. You live and you learn. So anyway, yeah, he yelling at me and stuff like that. So I'm just crying. And he didn't care when I cried no way. So it really didn't matter. I was just emotional. It's not like I was forcing myself to cry. I was just an emotional person. I used to cry every day. So even if he didn't yell at me that day, I still would have cried. Sometime at some point in that day, I would have cried. I probably cried earlier. Who knows? But yeah, so he doing the most. And I was just like, I just want to, like, could we talk somewhere else? Could we go talk somewhere else? He like, what the fuck? We could talk right here. But mind you, they over there and I'm getting irritated. And I was like, if the bitch keep looking over here, Joe, I swear to God, let's just go talk somewhere else. And he was like, see, you doing too fucking much. You doing too much. And I'm like, Joe, I promise you, if she keep looking over, I said, what the fuck she waiting to get you when you leave me? So you gonna break up with me? And he like, yeah, let's go talk somewhere else. So we ended up going, I don't know who the fuck house was next though, but we went in a house and we sitting there, we was talking and we just like talking a bit. I don't know what we was talking about. He was probably telling me how much I was an annoying bitch and he don't know why he's still in this relationship. I don't know, maybe. We talking. Y'all, all I remember is waking up to Tiny and Joe coming in the room telling me it's time to go. We finna go home. I fell asleep. Joe left me in there. And I was so mad. But when I had asked him about it, Tiny said she had the time of her life. She had so much fun. But when I asked him about it, because I asked her, I was like, so Tiny, did you look for me? Because I was gone. I had to have been asleep for about like a good 2 hours. An hour or two. Let's say an hour to an hour and a half. I don't know. And then people's house, whoever house it was. So I'm like, Tiny, did you ever like wonder where I went? And she was like, oh, Joe told me that you had to, like, you was asleep, like you passed out. And he'll come check on you. And he told me too. He was like, yeah, I would come check on you and stuff like that. Like, you was okay. What? He was like, you just need to sleep it off. But yeah, we ended up leaving. He had his homie take her home. And when he was time to take me home, I'm like, Joe, do you want to spend the night? I was going to sneak him in. Yes, I did. Used to sneak my man in because I used to be scared. Because y'all, back in the day, a lot of people, mamas used to let they daughters have boys spend the night. And my people wasn't them type of people. So I used to be like, dang, if I don't sneak him in and risk getting in trouble. So he could be at somebody else's house off nilly-willy, having a time of his life. So I was just like, dang, Joe, you want to come? Like, you want to come over? And this was like after we had already did the do, like after I had lost my virginity. So it was like around that time I felt like I used to really try to do any and everything. I used to be super emotional. Well, I was already emotional. Let me stop. But it was even worse when it came to us though. Like, that's when things was just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Cause I used to feel like I had to do any and everything to keep this man. I'm like, oh, I done gave you my body, boy. You gotta stay in my life forever. What the fuck you talking about? So, yeah, but he didn't want to spend the night. He was saying that they was going to the strip club. How? I don't know how he did a lot of things he did. Don't know. But they used to go to like after hours and stuff like that. So maybe they just didn't care or ID'd him, because I'm just thinking like, you're a whole child out here. How are you getting into these places? But he was like, nah, I'm gonna go. And I was like, oh, well, it's cool, I'll come too. He was like, no. Yeah, so I got home. And y'all, I was so mad because I'm like, I'm just going through the back. And he like, no, I'm gonna ring your doorbell, make sure your people see you home and you gonna be at home. Joe, where do you think I'm gonna go from here? Do you think that I'm gonna like hop onto the back of the car and like hold on with a string and ride on my skateboard and follow y'all to the next location? Like, I'm gonna go in the house. My grandma's like, thank you for getting her home. Y'all, I wish I was my big sister because she used to take the car. I wish I had that energy because I would have took it and found him. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have done no shit like that. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this story time, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna title it. Probably how I ruined my man's night. He hated me. I don't know. Maybe. So yeah. But anyway, that's it for this story time. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Peace out.